Alright lads, and welcome back to Let's Play Football Manager 2020 as Celtic. This is episode 3, hope you all enjoy. So in this episode we're going to be playing Bayern Munich in the Champions League and Aberdeen at home in the Premiership. So the squad that we have selected for this first game against Bayern away, there's going to be Pardo Roques in goals. We're leaving Afonso on the bench because he seems hot and cold, to put it mildly. Then we're going to start right back Pizzaglia. Naldo's out with an injury, he can't play. What's wrong with him? Let's see, it's a thigh injury, so we're not going to play Naldo since he's injured. Centre back we're going to start with Clavijo and Godfrey. Left back Giggsy Taylor. Centre mid Jadar Edouard and Amit Tekin. Attacking mid Christian Eriksen. On the left hand side Almada. On the right hand side Greg Ur. And up front Edouard. We've had to take out Alfredo and Romero of the squad. He's out for 3 weeks, just as we guessed he would be, and Alfredo is out for 4 days. So we're missing 3 first teamers and we're away to Bayern Munich. But stranger things have happened. But Bayern are good, so we'll probably get beat, but you never know. Sometimes you get lucky. We've started with Odsonne Edouard up front because he has finally got his shooting boots on. I'll show you the results of the previous 2 games that I played with off screen. So we want to say we're away to Bayern Munich. Calmly go out there and show everyone what you've got. Faith in you, and faith in you guys. Send assistant to this, and let's go. Bayern Munich away. They were the first seeds in the group, probably the strongest team. I think he's a good player. Yes, 73 million he's worth, 250 grand a week. Almada, that's a ball. Gregor, Kepa, is that the Chelsea goalie? In real life? I mean, Pavard. Oh, we shouldn't have clicked on him. Well, maybe we should have, because that was a poor finish. So far, they've had double the amount of shots, but we're holding their own. 50% possession, they've had more shots. It's doable. Alaba, back to Hernandez. It's been a couple of highlights for them in a row. Eriksen steals it. Unlucky. Thought we had it there. Switches it. Kimmich. 1-0 to Bayern. Hannes Wolf. Looks like he's wearing a... don't know what strip this is here. Right, 1-0, 20 minutes in. It's to be expected. We just drew with Motherwell, and so we're not in the greatest bit of form just now. We need to play around with the tactics. We decided to go with just the one up front against Bayern. Obviously we're away against Bayern, so you don't want to go too gung-ho, but even though we are playing on attacking. 3-0 to Inter, so it's probably going to be Celtic in 3rd place and going for the Europa League, which I'm not too devastated about. What do we want to say? We've nothing to lose, just go out there and give it your best shot. This is a great opportunity to... everybody's confused, right, so we lose this game. We definitely lose this. Come on boys, get there and do something different. Everybody likes you. I don't know, it feels like that should motivate you. But it's more likely that I just completely read the whole situation wrong and cost my team the game. Right, any subs we can make? 53 minutes. This could turn embarrassing, because that was easy. Penalty? That's got to be a penalty. We're going to get beat about 5-0 now, because I said that at half time, which is not the best. But what a save! Pardo Roques gets himself a start in the next game for that. Unless he concedes 2 more at least. then he's off for the next game. Tekken. We'll get a counter attack on the go, boys. We're better than this. The attack just fiddles out there. Right back is a donkey. Right, who can we bring on? Robert up front. Almada on the left hand side hasn't been good. We've got Bilbao, but he's not great. But we're bringing him on because he's a quick winger. He might do well. Eduardo hasn't been good. Tekken hasn't been good. I think we're about to bring Sergio Gomez on. Play him centre mid. 3 subs. Go for it. Try and get a goal. Gomez played good in the first game before he got injured, so maybe he's the missing part of the jigsaw. Robert just gets it took off him too easily, but that was tame. Too tame there. Godfrey. Benaker. Oh, I thought he'd rifled that there. Let's just drop down to positive so we don't get pumped. 3-1. Let's just go all out attack then. Seems to be the way that we're already beat, so we may as well go for it. Show some passion. This is embarrassing. Yeah, I shouldn't have clicked on him because he scored 2 goals now, but his name looked familiar to me, and it was drawn to it. So I think it's clear. Bayern and Inter. Unless we go to Inter and beat them. I don't know, they've won 7-0, so we would need to beat them 3-1 at their place. It was just one of those days, even though I'm furious that we lost a game, but I suppose it's against Bayern away. Send assistant. We don't want to go and speak to the press after getting beat. Okay, well I'll skip to the next game now, okay? Actually I won't. Before I do that, let's have a look at what happened. Before this we beat Dundee United 3-2. Couple of goals from Edward and then we drew 1-1. Edward got the 94th minute equaliser. So we've not been on the greatest of form. So this game against Aberdeen is important because if we have a look at the league table, they're in third, only 5 points behind us. And they're basically trying to get second ahead of the Rangers. But looking at our players, we should be doing better. So there must be something wrong with the tactic or something. So we'll mess a bit with that. But I'll skip ahead to the next match now. Hi, so this is going to be Celtic versus Aberdeen at Parkhead. We're going to go for the 4-2-3-1. We've changed it to tiki-taka instead of the vertical tiki-taka. And also we've put on play for set pieces and what was the other thing that we changed? I think that was it. Play for set pieces has been turned on and that was it because we have quite a big team, so hopefully that helps. In terms of starting lineup, we're going to start with Afonso, even though Pardo Roques did save the penalty. He conceded 3 goals and this guy's been doing well in training, so we'll get him in there. Left back Taylor, centre backs Pavlovic and Smith. Give Smith a start. He's needing some game time. He's been playing well in training. Plus he's a good player, far better than what Aberdeen have, so he should be able to do the job. Naldo right back again. Jader Edward and Gomez. This is Sergio Gomez. Playing him in as Mazzala. He's decent. And then we've got Christian Eriksen ahead of him. Almada on the left, Greg Urt on the right. And that is about it. So let's get going. Big game against Aberdeen. They're third in the league. It's 5 points behind us. So this kind of lets us start to put some distance between us and everybody else. But I mean, if we lose this and Rangers win, then they're only 1 point behind us. And it's like, how are they so close when we were pumping them for 6 years and we've got a better team than we ever had. So team talk, certainly I expect to see a much better performance. I'm not going to do the I have faith stuff. Aberdeen's starting lineup, where is it? I didn't happen to catch it there. 72% possession in the first 10 minutes is the only thing that jumps out to me. 1 shot, 1 on target. Almada. Cutting in for the left hand side. Closed down all the way though. Couldn't do it. And Greg Taylor finds himself in a bit of space. Edward, he's starting to come good. That 48 million obviously was a lot, but if we've got somebody up front just scores goals in every game, that's what we need. That is exactly what we need. The new tactic seems to be working a bit better. Obviously we're only playing Aberdeen, but we'll stick with this until we see what's wrong. Sometimes the game just learns your tactic and you need to change it. Left back, go the left back. Gomez, good ball, but nobody there. Christian Eriksen's not having a great game. The defences look pretty squeaky this season, and then again the Aberdeen got in behind us. Every team seems to get a good few chances. They sent him off for that. He has gone off. A yellow. That's a red. Down to 10 men. That shouldn't be good for them. Let's go attacking now that they've only got 10 men. Push bodies forward. Try and get more goals. Exploit the space a bit. Gomez. That's a ball. Edward! Offside. Oh. Every time he scores it feels good since he cost so much. As if basically he's repaying me. If he goes back to the way he was when he had his first stint at Celtic, he will be a legend in his prime, so this should be when he's at his best. I say that, but I don't know exactly what that was, but like, did a man down, go out and guarantee the result? Don't let your performance levels drop. Greg Arsenault having a great game on the right wing. And Tonon Robert is going to come on. Going to have him play as the inside forward so that he gets into the box more, because he's actually a striker. That was a good ball. 2-0, game over. Nice. Is there any other games going on? No, just us just now. 2-0. 2-0. 50 minutes in. Good header at the back post. If he was a winger, he might have been standing like here. Steady. So that I'm claiming that was because I put him as an inside forward. Oh yes, double for the sub. Good stuff. So I think he starts right mid in the next game, and Greg's on the bench for getting the 6.4. Good header. Two goals pretty identical. We want to get Christian Eriksen off, but we've done this up already, so we've got to leave it a wee bit later. 65-70 minutes, we'll look at it. Defences looked a lot better, so we'll keep it like this for now. Thank God for his known forward. Penalty? Who's hitting it? Robert for the pass for his hat-trick. He gets it. Buried that 8th goal of the season. Superb. Off the bench for a hat-trick. Naldo, Gomez. That was a good ball. Robert. Oh, Big Edward should be putting him away. Controlling the game, Eduardo. Almada's got in on it. 5-0. Right, so the tactic change has definitely improved performances. I think we'll stick with it for now. It's only one game, but definitely better in this game than we've been in the last 3. Obviously, you've seen us getting beat off Bayern, but we were terrible in the 2 games before that as well. Totally shite, mate. Right, Naldo, down the wing. On you go, young man. Gomez. Cross to Taylor. That was some ball, right? Landed it right on his foot. 4 goals off the bench for Robert. Big Rab on the right wing, putting that away. Right, so he's definitely starting the next game as an inside forward on the right wing. Because he's getting a 9.9. Let's take Ericsson off for Ciao Roberto, but we'll drop Ciao Roberto back to Gomez's place. Stick Gomez in attacking mid. Oh, unlucky. That was a good save. Very good save. That was a good cross too. Almada. Taylor. Campbell intercepted it. Gomez. Naldo. This is nice. I'm liking this tactic. They're playing nice football. I think this suits our players better. Definitely sets our guys better. Is he there for a 5th? Robert. Taylor. Pick him out. 5 goals off the bench. The super sub. Hopefully he can just keep it going. These players that come and score 5 goals and then don't score for 5 games are no use to me. I'd rather a goal a game for 5 games. They're down to 10 men. Don't know if I remember that happening. I do, in fact. It was in the first half. That's right. So that probably helped with the 7-0. I think they fell apart. But that football was lovely there. There's Greg Taylor in that left hand side. Ball in. 6! Oh, a double hat trick off the bench. He didn't quite get it, but that would have been well impressive. Good. Get another one. Come on. We want 8. Greg Taylor. Jader Edwards controlled the game, maybe. Doing his job well. Oh, he's good at coming in off that right hand side for headers. Maybe because he's going up against a fullback more when he's got a good chance of winning them or something. Like when he's a striker, I can't remember him being so effective at getting to the ball. He's done him. Send him off. That's a red. He went right through him. 7-0, good result. Hopefully we can win the next game 7-0 as well. Very happy. He's done well, lads. Next game's away at home to St Johnstone and then Rangers, but we'll probably not see any of those two. Well, I'll see them obviously, but you probably won't. Let's have a look and see when we'll come back. So we've got Rangers in the Cup semi-final and then Bayern at home. So I think we actually will come back for that. Rangers in the Cup and then Bayern at home. And then obviously we'll just do... We'll just worry about what's next. Rangers, Bayern Munich in the next episode. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time.